What is going on, everyone? My name is Turk. This is Level 1 News, and today we are going to be reviewing Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Olympic Games. This is exclusive on the Switch, and it's not the first game in the Mario and Sonic Olympic franchise. There have been other ones before this, but this is the first one on Switch. So that is definitely something worth noting. And just like the other previous games, it's a mashup of a bunch of Mario characters and Sonic characters, and all coming together and competing in a variety of different Olympic games. They're all kind of spread out through these variety of mini games, and some of them are pretty simple and some of them are a little bit more complex, and you get a pretty good variety of mini games. There is a pretty wide selection of games. Some of them are really simple, and some of them do get a little bit more complicated if you really try to get competitive in the games. But overall, I think there's going to be something for everybody. It's definitely a good variety of mini games. But really, what's the main catch of this particular game is the fact that there is a story mode now, and the story mode kind of explains to you, like, Mario and the Sonic characters getting together. They're in Tokyo, and there's like this whole explanation for really the other main hook of this particular game is that there is a retro mode where you play as like the classic versions of all the Mario and Sonic characters within a few of the Olympic mini games. And the story mode kind of goes into the reason why there is this retro mode, and there's a whole story and explanation to why why Mario and some of the other characters are in this retro mode. And the story mode overall is fine. It does a good job of explaining everything of what's going on in the game. However, I did find that there is actually a lot of talking, but a lot of it is, it doesn't really add to the story at all. And some of the conversations were like really childish. You could tell that a lot of the conversations were meant for like little kids. So there isn't going to be a whole lot of a intricate, storyline involving Mario and Sonic characters. Now, the retro mode is really cool, but there is one thing that kind of bothered me a little bit about it, and that's the fact that, and that's because there are the Mario characters are in 8-bit and the Sonic characters are in 16-bit. You'll notice this like right away as soon as you start playing the mode, and it kind of bothers you a little bit because the Mario characters look super simple and the Sonic characters actually look kind of nice because they're the Sega Genesis versions, and the Mario characters are like the original Super Mario Brothers versions. So they look really different. I kind of wish that they took the Mario characters and bumped them up to like the Super Mario World kind of character designs. That way at least they match together with 16-bit and 16-bit characters. But as of right now, there's just something about it that really bothers me. When you see Mario and Sonic next to each other and they just look completely different, like they don't even belong next to each other. So that is the one thing that did bother me about it, but that's just purely like aesthetics. It doesn't really affect the gameplay at all, and the gameplay is just fine and the mini games work fine and all that, but that is one thing that I really wanted to point out. So the actual mini games themselves are, as I mentioned, there is a good variety. Some of them are more fun than others. Some of them are really simple, and it just requires you to just, mash the A button really fast, or just press the B button at the right exact moment. It's not super strategic. There were a lot of games where I didn't even get what was going on when I started playing, and I did read the instructions, but as I was playing them, I kind of didn't get what I was supposed to do or how I was supposed to play them. So I had to retry several times until I got it. But once I did get what I needed to do, it was like really easy. I kept getting in first place. So the games themselves, when you're playing against the computer, like it's not very difficult at all. And this does have a multiplayer mode where you can play up to 4 players on the same machine. So that is definitely cool, and that is where you're going to get a lot of, you know, the replayability. So because of that, you definitely got to be playing multiplayer. But overall, I think the game is fine. I think it's especially fine for younger kids. If you're an adult, there's probably not a ton there for you, but it's definitely good for kids. It's a good multiplayer game, and I would definitely recommend it. If I had to give it a score, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. So that is Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo Olympic Games. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. My name is Turk, and thank you for watching LVLONE News.